So daily monitoring transaction codes. So what exactly we do here as part of the daily monitoring transaction code? So why we have to perform the health checks of the production systems? Production systems are core production systems are very important here. Health checks system, health checks here. So it's very important. The production checks are very important here. So why? Because before log into the business login, we have to thoroughly we have to do the checks. Thoroughly we have to perform the checks in the systems so that we will detect the if any abnormalities, anything we will detect, then we will fix the issues. So instead of business to report the system is slowness and everything, we only detect it and before the business login, we will fix the issues here. In that, so every organization they have own checklist, daily monitoring checklist here. Every day when you join the shift, you need to log into the production systems. Then you need to execute the transaction codes and you need to check it out here. Right? That is what we have to do it. So now coming to the some of the commonly used daily monitoring transaction codes are ST22. These are the common daily monitoring transaction code. ABAP runtime errors. ABAP runtime errors here. So people sometimes what happens due to the program error, syntax error, some code corrections, every day we may face the multiple errors, runtime errors here. So some runtime errors like call function error, remote. So they are the multiple errors we may face it here, right? So then we have to investigate it. What is the dump and why it is occurred, then what has been occurred. So here logon license logon is not possible, license error because of this reason. So yesterday we got the some dumps, some of the programs are unable to execute in the systems because of the licensing issue, right? Yesterday we applied the license that got created. There is a job name yesterday because of the license. This is a call function remote error here. So like this, we have all the call function errors only. So if any program related developers will take care, technical related, we will take care of the dumps here. So that one, so we have to coordinate with the teams and we have to fix the issues here, right? Above runtime errors, any program error, syntax error, timeout errors, uncaught exceptions. So then anything we can find out in the ST22 here. Then SM21. So that is called the system logs. So system logs we can find out SM21. In the SM21, so here if you open the SM21, here we can see the are there any error logs? Are there any error logs in the system? So critical error logs. We can find out that the priority, critical priority error logs here, what's happening in the system. See here in the SAP system here, so there are the some jobs are failing. So you got the some dumps here, basis one user 000. Something it is failing here, we are getting these dumps, right? Then we have to change the user and we have to do that one. See here, it is failing. It is failing here. So you have a lot of errors. Sometimes you will see the DB SQL errors, memory error, terminal disconnected, message server stopped, work process stopped. So then we need to check the respective areas here. SM21 transaction code here, right? So like this, we have the SM51. Also, we have the transaction code or the SM51 here, active SAP app servers here, app servers here. Here we can find out the how many you have, how many are active. If the one of the thing it is not showing here or list here means your application server is down. So you need to investigate it here, right? So the next one is called the SM66. That is called the global work process overview. Global work process overview here. So global work process overview means here we can check the so any work process in the active status here, and is there any work process are in the private mode. So private mode means it's consuming the lot of memory here. Then we need to check the work process SM50, SM66. We need to check. So any work process is in the private mode, which means it is consuming the memory. then we need to check that sessions and we need to kill the extra sessions here, right? So check the and SP01. That is also one of the monitoring spool request selection. We can check the spool request, then how many are there, then if required, the spool jobs. Maybe here we can go to the SM37, check if any failed jobs in the system or failed jobs and long running active jobs, long running jobs in the system. If the jobs are running from longer time or if the jobs are failing, then we need to check what why the jobs are failing, why the some jobs are running from longer time. We need to check that issue here, right? And also SMGW gateway monitor here, gateway, right? So we need to check the gateway also, SMGW. We can go to the SMGW in the here. We can check the if the any entries are in the disconnection status or is it the learning from longer time here. So that we can check it out here. Gateway entries, check everything here, right? So then, so jobs, then SM12, we can check the lock entries here, SM12, lock entries here. Every day you need to use this transaction codes each and every shift here. You can go to the SM12, here we can check the lock entries here, lock. So if any old log, any lock entries which are older than, so 24 hours or more than a day, so then we can check and we can fix the issues here. We can fix the issues here. Why? Because lock entries should not be more than 1 day. Then we can check and we can delete the lock entries if required after taking the approval here. Right? So then SM13 here. So next one is the SM13 here. So update records. Check the failed update records. This is also one of the important activity. Every day we can go to the SM13, check the status of the SM and are there any cancelled update records in the last 24 hours or previous days. Is there any failed update records? No. Then we can mark it as a green. Then SM14 also we can check the update is active or not. It should be active status here. SM13 and SM14 are the update related thing here, right? So that is one of the daily monitoring activity only. Then SMMS, we can check the status of the message server, status of status of the message server here. SMMS, we can check the status of the message server here. So right, you can go to the here, you can check the message server is running on here. We can check it out here. In SMICM, so check the ports status here. In SMICM, we can check the ports, HTTP ports, HTTPS ports. Suppose like in case it's deactivated, but when the business logins, if they are unable to log into the URLs because of the ports login, again, they will raise the ticket. So that's why we have the manual monitoring in place here, right? So ports, SMICM ports here, system logs, updates, right? Dumps. So then SMQ1, inbound QRFC monitor here, inbound queues. Any queues which are stuck in the systems, inbound queues in the system here. You can go to the SMQ1 here, then you can check the are there any failed entries in the system or not. If yes, then you need to report to the functional folks. SMQ2, outbound SMQ1, SMQ2, SMQ2, SMQ1. So these are the SMQ1 is for outbound queue, SMQ2 is for the inbound queues. We can check it out here. Inbound queues here. So then SM58. So transactional RFCs here. SM58, any transactional RFCs got stuck in the SAP, we can check the transactional RFC. ST02 buffers. So buffers and buffer status, buffers utilizations, all those things. ST03 So here we can check the dialogue response time, we can take the workload and we can compare to the previous days and everything here. Then ST06, sometimes with this called the operating system monitor, OS monitor here, overview. So overview. Then DBA cockpit. DBA cockpit also one of the monitoring transaction code to check the tables, high space, what is the free space at database level and everything. SMLG, the response time, load distributions and response time here. So there we can check the SMLG. If you go to the SMLG, we go to the SMLG, here we can check the response time of the each response time of the application server here. Sometimes it will be more. That time we have to take slowness. So that time we have to take the action, what is running and everything here. Load balancing, log on load balancing here. Right? So SEC4, we can check the client setting. Sometimes what happens, production systems client should be closed status. Sometimes what happens, someone will open, will left the day. Then the client setting still open status only. We have to make it as a client settings should be closed status here. So some customers they will keep so this as a daily monitoring activity also. Daily monitoring activity also in the systems here. Why? Because they will keep all those things in the systems here, right? So this is the some of the general DB. So and also backups. So backups also we need to check in the DB12. We can check the backup status here, right? Backup status and so SM37 that we discussed and SICK system consistency check here. Work process overview, buffers, these and all the things we have received. Okay. Just checking what other tables useful. These are the general daily monitoring checklist here. Basic transaction code to check the whether the system is healthy status or not. Here we will come to know here, right? That is the main thing here. So sometimes, so if any errors are detected, then we have to check and we have to fix the issues here. We have to inform daily, everyday monitoring. We have to perform. There is a checklist, monitoring checklist. So I have the monitoring checklist. I will send you the monitoring checklist for your example so that you can perform those things here. You can perform the those monitoring checklist once daily you can check it out here. Okay, so that is the so one and what other things we can see. Sorry.
SP01.
ST01 is not a daily monitoring transaction code. Maybe if you are adding and you can add it, just you can check the traces, whether the trace is on or not, but it's not a daily monitoring activity. So why? Because daily who will do this one? Just so if the trace is off, fine. Some customers they will keep that day this is as a daily monitoring activity. So some people what they will do, they will enable the trace and they will left for the day in the production systems. Yes, sometimes this will cause the issues as well. You keep on loading the data and everything here. Yes, we can also check this one of the daily monitoring activities and everything.
AL08.
AL08, it's not much required. So yes, that also one of the important T code only. Whichever causing the performance issues, that's fine. AL08 is for the here we will find out the which user is using the more memory. Then what is the purpose, what is doing here. Then we can do the analysis of the systems and everything here. So that is also one of the monitoring T code only. So whatever we think, but some organizations they will not check all those things. Only few they will check it. Or some organizations they will check more. Some organizations same. It depends upon the checklist we prepare it. Why? Because this checklist we are not only just one system. If you have the five production systems you have to perform. Each production systems, if you take the 1 hour, then 5 hours it will take. So then 5 hours only monitoring only. Maybe half an hour So then half an hour also almost 3 hours it will take the monitoring checklist. So then so you need to start the shift and you need to complete it before the business login. Then you need to fix the issues. These are the things you have to do that one, right? That's why so daily monitoring one of the important to know the performance, how the users are any dumps. So request all the information will be displayed here. Okay. That is one of the important activity, daily monitoring.
So, what is difference between DB cockpit and DB02T course?
DB02, we can check the space. Are there any space issues or anything? We can check it out. DBA cockpit also we can check the so any lock entries, deadlocks. So yeah, otherwise just we can use the DBA cockpit. You will get everything here. DBA cockpit, you will get the all the information like space and what is the file system fill levels, whether the extension is required, what are the large table, what is the growing of the table. So these things. So we have to take a record here. So here we can check the space informations, largest tables. So what is the DB size load and how the memory is behaving here. So how the database memory, how the file system fill levels here. So is it okay for now? So you can see. So if it is okay, yeah, it's fine. But because we have still lot of memory is free. Then what about the file systems here? Sometimes it will be increased, sometimes it will be less. So it is, we can check it out here. Trace file size, we can check it out here. So that depends. So we can check all those things in the database related things in the here.
So do we have any reporting in place for to get this monitoring?
Some customers they will use the some scripts. Some customers they will use the automation of the reports. So suppose like instead of manually doing the 3 hours means every day minor 3 hours one person is doing means it will take
Right.
time manual efforts, right? So but if you make it as a automations, if you plan to prepare some automation to check this one, and so that some customers will use it, some companies they will follow the automations, their own tools, they will develop their own tools. And suppose like Avantra is the one of the tool, it will do the monitoring of the whatever the transaction codes you said, it will do the monitoring of the your SAP systems and everything. That is also one of the so monitoring tool. And like that, so we have the other something, there is a outside also there are third party monitoring tools are there, it will monitor the systems and everything. And cloud ALM, so cloud ALM also there is a monitoring health checks monitoring tool is there that will perform the monitoring the all the systems and everything, all our systems that reports everything will be performed that cloud ALM tool. So let me show you the cloud.
Yeah.
So there is a, as I told, the we have the multiple monitoring tools for so monitoring the systems and everything, right? In that case, Cloud ALM also one of the monitoring tool in the SAP BTP side. So it will monitor the all our systems health monitoring. There is especially business process, alerts, metrics, jobs, configurations, health monitoring, users monitoring. Like that we have same as like so it will monitor it here instead of log into the manually log into the system taking the report. If we go to the health monitoring of the cloud ALM, so then this will provide you the so more information what about your SAP systems data. So then how many systems you have, so what is the data of the systems here, so you can monitor it here. So what is the health status, 100% availability. So here so zero warnings, zero critical, so there is a errors. So you can see the monitoring reports here. How the auto CPU status here. You can see the status. What is the system heartbeat? Instant ABAP licenses, work processor on hold. So SM66, XM66, number of users, short dumps, certificates related errors, number range buffer status here, ABAP version, TPI version, your database status here. So allocated memory, physical memory, disk usage, HANA versions here, right? ICM status here, then ICM monitoring. So gateway, so see here, gateway entries, how many are there, how many are filled. So remote gateways and memory, ABAP resources, dialog queues, buffers, whatever you do, see everything it is displaying in the graphical wise. Bad jobs or anything running, anything failed. So everything it is displaying here, right? So they have the metrics also here. We have the metrics also reported here. So if rating is here, see the metrics rating rate here. How so above range buffers here, right? So version information of the your operating system, OS versions information, above certificates, range, above users, number of users. So then all the info number range buffers, all the information, they are the metrics. So all the metrics are available here, which means it will cross check each and everything. So then it will display the record here. So it will display the number range buffer. So the in the graphical layer also it will display the data. Data will be displayed in the graphical level. The data will be displayed here. How the number range buffer will be. So that one we can charts level, graphical level, we can that will be displayed here. So like that's we are the number of metrics are there. It will cross check all the metrics. It will provide the display here. It will provide the display in the systems here. So this is one of the monitoring tool. This is also one of the monitoring tool here of the Ever SAP systems here. And so real user monitoring. So users, how many users are currently doing what they are doing. So the real, so there are activities. So all the information we can track in the real
Sir, your
monitoring
voice
system
is
here.
breaking.
It's breaking again. Oh, stop. Okay. So real user monitoring here, monitoring the our systems here, our systems monitoring here. So we can see the background HTTP calls and our S4HANA system details. So all the information we can monitor it here. We can monitor any HTTP errors, any heartbeat, jobs are failing. So it's kind of a monitoring. It kind of a monitoring status here, real user monitoring, front end response time, back end response time, clients, expensive state request, HTTP errors, geolocations, all the information, request analysis. So everything we can check it out here. Everything we can find out in the systems in the monitoring. This will be available in the cloud ALM. So this is available in the cloud jobs monitoring, jobs automation monitoring. So web user applications. So a lot of things we can check it out. Integrations monitoring, alerts configurations. So metrics, receiving the alerts to our mailbox. So business process. So this kind of monitoring. Previously, it was associated in the solution manager. Now you see here how many number of jobs here in the jobs. What are the technical exception jobs here? Applications, so how many jobs are failing? How many jobs are executed? What is the timestamp here? What is the above dump? So standard jobs are executing or not? Any above dumps are executed? Jobs are executing or not? It's failing. When was the last time it is executed? So all the information we can track it here as part of. So some companies they will use it. Some companies they will so use the different monitoring tool. It depends upon the company. So the company license and everything, they will use the different kind of things here. So this is the one of the monitoring tool. Like that, we have the number of tools in the market. So that is the customer wish to use. So which tools and they have to use it and everything, their wish.
So where we can find the incidents?
Incidents.
Yes.
Yes, we can also, there is a, in the cloud ALM, if you integrate the your service now ticketing tool or ITSM or some other Jira, some other ticketing tools into the cloud ALM, so here, whenever any alert generated, then immediately you will receive the alert to the your mailbox here. That configuration also we can perform it here. Yes, that's possible. So we have to integrate that cloud, that one. Then, so if any errors are reported, suppose example, if we go to the configuration here, so then I will go to the here. So here you can see the lot of alerts here, lot of LM messages, dumps, system logs and everything. So if I configure this one, if I switch on this alert, then so if I go to the events tab here, if I switch on that alert, if I go to here, so here suppose I want this alert so should be received to the my mailbox. Then I can configure the email ID. So then what I will do, I will check the more filters here. Then I can go to the events here. So then what I will do, I will give them my email IDs. Then I can also define I should receive the, so suppose like above job logs. Then click on this button. So then I need this all the events should be received to the my email box. Then I can set the my email alerts, create the alert, send the email to the my email box, and also you can also create a ticket or so create the chat notification to the your Teams chat and ticket creations. If you switch on all those things, yes, it will create the tickets also. The ticket will be assigned to you as well. That's possible in the in this monitoring tool. Yes, you have to define it. All the alerts, metrics, exceptions, they are the open alerts. See what are the alerts here. See, all are the above logs, above system logs, BGRFC, internal server errors, all are exception, 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 all are the errors only. In SM21 system logs. See, tool is monitoring, it will sending the report to us, right? So this way. Okay, this is a just a monitoring tool like this we have in the market. Many are there, but in that, this is the one of the SAP related monitoring tool. Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll start about the some other like important topics like so kernels we have, node implementations, plugins, add-ons, so many are there. So we'll go through the one by one, one by one. Okay.
Can you show us a SAP Solomon monitoring tool, if possible?
Solution manager is not possible now.